That's definitely time, bro. That's for sure. You recording? Record
yeah,
this.
I see it.
Oh, that's crazy. Bro, where Mr. Richards at, bro? I'm done. That got me messed up. That's crazy.
All right, Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the Great Millstone, as well as the occupant of the Great Millstone who teach this 100% truth. Peace and salutation to the Lord's elect, that being the house of David. All right, today is January the 21st, year 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance, the our being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, through the seed of our father, which are the biblical Israelites, as well as judgment and destruction to the Edomites, all right, which come from the loins of Esau, Jacob's wicked, evil twin brother, and today they're the Edomites, the so-called self-proclaimed white nation, which they're the wicked the Bible speaks of, all right, the judgment and destruction to them. All right, so I'm going to get right into it right quick. I showed you a clip. Up to this point, it's a bit older, all right, this Jake. All right, he was at work. All right, and these damn devils, they brought him they put it on his desk like some cotton for him to be picking and shit. All right, and you could tell, Jake was taken back by the shit, But that's because the majority of you Jakes don't understand and don't know who your enemy is. All right, you don't understand that Esau, again, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, all right, is the wicked. All right, and you're his enemy. All right, ultimately, he hates you, all right, because you're the righteous, he's the wicked, ultimately, all right? So I'm going to read this scripture on the screen, Amos 1:11. It say, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." All right, from generation to generation. All right, the scripture tell you when we came out of ancient Egypt, all right, Esau bitch ass was attacking the women and the children, all right, the old, all right, the weak of our nation, all right. So in this time that we in now, all right, spiritually, all right, Esau is still on you 2/3 ass, but you're with him ultimately, because again, this why I don't feel bad for niggas who get used and abused by the devil, because you niggas are pick and choose which devil is the devil instead of having a all-out mentality of, you know what I'm saying, disliking Edom. You niggas pick and choose which Edomites are good or bad or whatever, And so when you get used and abused by him, all right, and you go crying, talking about, I'm going to go tell Mr. Johnson. Oh, I think that's what that nigga said. All right, man, what the fuck he gonna do? He a Edomite himself. All right, he's probably in on the shit. Little do you Jakes know. All right, but whatever. Let me read this also. Ezekiel 35, starting at the top. It say, "Moreover, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it." All right, Mount Seir is a people. All right, and the people that it represents is the Edomites today. All right, the cave dwellers, so-called Caucasian people. All right, Edomites. Verse 3, "And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai." All right, so this is what's coming to these Edomites. You're going to get made desolate. All right, when Yahweh Shai gets the green light from Yahweh to come back, the first thing he's doing on this grand re-entrance to this earth after he take down all these militaries, he's going to take down you Edomites. All right, he's gonna knock out all your militaries up in the war in heaven, and then you Edomites are going into slavery. All right, who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I that speak it righteously, mighty to say, openly paraphrasing. It's Isaiah 63 in verse 1. You go on down, it's telling you how nasty the Lord gonna get with these Edomites. He compares them to grapes, and him being a wine treader and stomping out on them Edomites again, which are the grapes, and their blood getting on his garment. All right, but we know the Lord ain't gonna meet you as a man. He gonna meet you in the greatness of his strength, again, that being the chariot, and he ain't gonna speak with you and reason with you as a man. He gonna plead with you through that sword, which is that laser beam that's gonna come out of that chariot. He's gonna turn you red devils into red dust. All right. So verse 5, it said, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. We just read about that in Amos 1. From generation to generation. All right, a perpetual hatred. Let me get the definition of perpetual. All right, perpetual. It means never ending or changing, occurring repeatedly, so frequently as to seem endless and uninterrupted. All right, and that's the hate that Esau has had for Jake from generation to generation. All right. And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so it's going to be a role reversal. All right, you know, Esau is in his heaven right now. All right, Jacob is the beginning of it. Esau is the end of the world, meaning the eon, the reign, the rule, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So in Esau's heaven, which he's in right now, he's able to use and abuse Jake. But in Jacob's heaven, Jake is going to return the favor times 2 to Esau. All right? And it's going to be righteous. It ain't going to be this wicked shit that Esau does, all right? You know, we going to be doing it righteously according to the Bible. Esau is wicked, all right? He can't do good, all right? Even to himself, he can't do good, all right? Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir desolate and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. All right. So you're going to cut off all you Edomites after you serve that 1,000-year slavery sentence. All you Edomites get the Obadiah 1 and 18. Rounded up and burned up. From the least to the greatest. All right, verse 8. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. All right, them ICBM missiles ultimately, you know, going to destroy these American Edomites over here, all right, and them Amalekites, Israeli Edomites over there in the land of Israel. They gonna all get hit with that ICBM nuke, all right, from Russia, China, Iran, as well as NATO, because NATO is gonna turn on this whore and burn her and make her naked too. All right, 200 million nuclear missile warheads are prophesied to rain down on Babylon the Great, turn this place to the lake of fire. All right. Verse 9, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, you can read that also, and let me get that right, I'm going to jump right back to this. Isaiah 14 and 21, let me get that. It say, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. All right, for whose children? Esau's children. All right, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, because Esau's going down. All right, like he said in Cable Night. In Cable God, down, down, down. The red night is going down. All right, verse 22, for I will rise up against them, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and son and nephew, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so there you go. That's how you cut down a nation. You get rid of all the men. All right, because men bring forth nations. But the Lord is going to, he going to get rid of all you Edomites. You know what I'm saying? All of you. Men, woman, and child. You all getting burned. All right, so now let me jump back. This is equal 35. And 10, it say, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. All right, the two nations that it's speaking about is the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. All right, the northern kingdom came over here first, following the Assyrian captivity. All right, and the southern kingdom came over here during what's called the transatlantic slave trade. All right, which kicked off, as they have documented in 1619, and we're reunited right here. All right, these two nations, the northern kingdom, all right, starting with Ephraim, all right, on down through Issachar, all right, and the southern kingdom, Judah, Levi and Benjamin. All right. Verse 11, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. So that same hate that you got for us, we're going to have that same hate for you. All right, we're going to recompense it out to you the same way. All right, but you ain't got to worry about being buck broken. You ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, seeing your bitch get fucked in front of you. You ain't got to worry about all that. We ain't on no shit like that. All right, we want your bitch, we going to let you know that we going to have her, but we going to do it the right way. we going to put you to death. And then she going to go throughout the mourning process, all right, the moon, that full moon cycle, all right. Going to pare her nails, shave her head, and when she didn't completed that process of mourning for your wicked dead deceased heirs, all right, going to go in unto her. And that's gonna be our new concubine, all right. You can bet your ass that's happening, all right. Operators are willing, I'm gonna elect. You know what I'm saying? I get out of here and get to make it the first time around, like the brother's dream. That was a beautiful dream. The brother was talking about, not Bouquet, I think it's his brother. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but that was a beautiful dream he had about how some bros just didn't make it. All right, it's terrifying when I was watching it. I got scared immediately. Like, man, I ain't trying to be on that time. Hell no, I'm trying to make it. All right. But yeah, let me continue this. Verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, the government of Israel, the 144, the elect, saying they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. All right, because ultimately, when you spiritually and you think about it, Esau don't really give a fuck about these 2/3 like that. He already got them. All right, John 8:44 let you know all about that. They of his spirit. They do his lust, his will, his bidding. So he don't really, you know what I'm saying? He don't really want them like that. He already got them. He want the elect. That's why the scripture tell you, you know what I'm saying, Satan is sifting those, those that are desirable. All right, you 2/3 of the undesirables. All right. But it said they spoke against the mountains of Israel. All right, the government of Israel. That 144, which is going to be established in the last days. I'm going to read that too real quick. All right, I wasn't even planning on reading all this, but that's the spirit for you right there. For Isaiah 2. All right, starting at verse 2. It say, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. All right, the Lord's house is his elect, his 144, those governors. All right, you got the 12, and then you got the 144. You know what I'm saying? Those gonna be the ones sitting on thrones under Yahweh Shai, ruling and putting this earth back into its order. And it said it's gonna be exalted, established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted. But it's gonna be over all these other nations. All right, as it say, they're gonna be flowing unto, you know what I'm saying, the Israelites, to get the laws, statutes, and commandments. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, from Jerusalem. All right, that's the kingdom of heaven going to be established on this earth. And you nations going to get these laws, statutes, and commandments beat into you for 1,000 years, baby. All right. You better remember, a day with the Lord is 1,000 years. 1,000 years is a day. It's going to be a long time. Verse 4, and this is to prove that, them fakes in that land right now ain't the real people of that land, because if they were, this would be taking place right now. All right? Everybody would be flowing to Jerusalem, learning righteousness from the Israelis, but that ain't happening. Instead, they over there fighting them sand niggas, them Palestinians, over some land that don't belong to now one of them. All right, and they both gonna get burned out that land. How about that? The sand nigga and the red nigga both getting burned out that land. All right, and when you look at that Psalm 33 list, them two nations are at the very beginning of our biggest enemies, the tabernacles of Edom. Then you got the Ishmaelites, all right, numero uno, and the number 2 one, all right, dos, unos, dos, tres, all right, them two fuckers are 1 and 2 on that list. Verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. All right, we're going to judge you nations. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares. There ain't going to be no more guns and weapons of war and shit. And their spears into pruning hooks. All right, because all that's going to be turned into gardening instruments. You nations going to become farmers and sharecroppers and shit. You're going to be slaves and slave men and slave women. All right, making big rocks to little rocks. You know what I'm saying? Getting your backs whipped. All of that. All right, then it say, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right, because, yeah, y'all gonna be in slavery together. You ain't gonna have time to fight. You know what I'm saying? Better get your ass to work. Shit, get them goddamn, what they say online? Get them pitches swinging. Shit, that's what you slaves gonna be doing, getting them goddamn pitches swinging, clearing them fields. All right, so let me see where we at with it. Verse 13. It say, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. All right, you know, they think the Lord don't know what's going down on this earth right now, like the Lord asleep or something. All right, let me read this in Psalms 2. Oh, excuse me. Psalms 2 and verse 1. It say, why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. All right, the Lord is sitting in the heavens laughing at you damn devils right now. Because you really think you doing something down here. You really think you trill working the wheel. But it ain't so, devil. All right, the Lord established you. He set you up and he going to take you down. I tell you that in Romans. For this same reason, when he raised up Pharaoh, that his name might be exalted, that's the same reason the Lord raised you Edomites up. To get that respect put back on his name by the world. All right. So now let me jump back. Well, I'm going to finish this. It say, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua has said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are they that put their trust in him. All right, and that's the elect. All right. But yeah, these Edomites, and all you heathens for that matter, but you Edomites especially, got a lot of judgment coming your way. All right, verse 14, thus saith the Lord power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. All right, because again, Edom is the only nation next to Israel that's promised no sort of mercy. All right, all the other nations gonna serve their 1,000-year sentence, practice what's being beat and taught to them, beat into them and taught to them, and they're gonna get to go to their lands and practice it out. And if they do good, they get blessings. They do bad, they get curses. All right, but not you, Esau. Verse 15, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. So these are the things that's coming to these filthy red devils. All right, these self-proclaimed white folks. Again, they ain't white, they red. The wicked the Bible speaks of. It's all fun and games and good and shit when you sending, all right, memorabilia of the cotton fields to Jake while he at work and shit. So, laugh it up now and get ready, because you're going to be in them cotton fields soon. And that's how it's going to be. So, this was just something quick and to the point. I just got out of work, and again, that video, seeing that the brother dropped earlier, I feel like my fire was already lit, but it definitely turned the decimal levels up a bit higher, So, you know what I'm saying? Shalom to the elect. Lord willing, this was edifying. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, the elders, and the occupant of the great millstone, who teaches 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord select. Shalom.